Hello there, and welcome back to our 30 days of energy boosting tips for breast cancer survivors. Forgot what we were doing there for a second. Now, you may have been thinking that you want to eat healthy, right? You know that that's the right way to go, especially if you want to reduce your risk of getting sick again. You may be saying to me, Karen, I am so exhausted at the end of the day. The last thing I want to think about is making dinner from scratch, which is what we're talking about today as our energy boosting tip. And you may be thinking, you know what, I've got picky eaters in the house. What's everybody going to eat? Nobody else wants to eat the way that I do. Well, I'm going to clue you in as to how to handle all of those things which you may think are about food, but are actually about your ability to prioritize your self-care. Who'd have thunk it? But it's true, because when we're able to prioritize what we need to promote our health and well-being, then we are flying high. Our energy is through the roof. We're feeling great. We're able to choose the foods that work for us and still take care of everybody else. Different kind of concept, right? But I have found, and I could dive much more into this in my masterclass, Reclaim Your Energy After Breast Cancer. It's coming October 30th. If you are watching the replay and have missed it, then check my website, because this may be one that we run again, depending on how popular it is. So the website's KarenDelMaestro.com. And I guess I should introduce myself, right? I'm Karen Del Maestro, your self-care coach, breast cancer and BRCA2 thriver. And thank you so much for joining me today. So, you know, so often I find that we put ourselves on the back burner because we feel like we were put on this earth to take care of others. Now, I'm a caregiver. Who I am is my soul. It's what I do for a living. Everything about me is to take care of others. But I've learned one really, really, really important distinction here. And that's that I do that until it becomes detrimental to my own health and well-being. And what I have learned is when we are practicing consistent, conscious self-care, we don't get to the point where it becomes detrimental to our health because we've got the energy to do it. Part of that energy comes from the food that we eat. And if you missed out on day 5 in our video boosting tips, we talked about one of the first things here that comes up, right? And that's quality ingredients, talking about organic versus conventional. Like I said, I covered that. And how that affects your energy level in day 5. But I'll share with you a little story, right? Because I didn't used to know the value of self-care. I've always been a cook, always cooked dinner from scratch. Not every day. Don't tell everybody. Not every day, but most days. I'm lucky that I love to cook. And I thought that I've eaten healthy for all my life until I went to health coaching school, right, to become certified, and until I learned more about the quality of the food that we are eating. And that's why making dinner from scratch makes a huge difference in our energy level. Now, what we need to be able to do, right, is make dinner from scratch, make one meal that we can maybe add some little tweaks to so that it works for the picky eaters and for the partner that's not on board, and for everybody else that's, I don't want to be healthy. I don't want green food on my plate. We still gotta, just because somebody else is choosing not to, doesn't mean that you need to choose that too. Because, my dear pink sister, unless you are advocating for your health and well-being, nobody else can do it for you. I wish I could, but I can't. I can give you all the tips in the world, but until you decide that you are worthy and deserving of feeling this kind of energy, feeling so good, nothing's going to change. As soon as you decide that, come come meet me, come into my master classes, come into my Facebook group, Healthy Living After Breast Cancer, because I am more than happy to show you the way, show you how to do it. You've just got to decide that that's what you want, that you want more energy, that you want to feel better, that you don't want to feel resentful of everything that you do for everybody else. And you have to keep putting yourself on the back burner. We can't afford that to do that anymore. Not if we want to reduce our risk of getting sick again. Makes sense, right? So let's talk about, so we've talked about quality of ingredients. We've talked about organic versus conventional. We get to make these choices when we're cooking our dinner from scratch. We don't get to make these choices when we're buying pre-prepared food, either from a restaurant or from the store or anything else. We don't get to make those decisions. The other thing that I love about cooking from scratch is that I get to put something in called vitamin L. Yeah, and it's me being silly and goofy again, but it's true. Have you ever noticed that you could cook the same recipe as somebody else, but their food tastes better than yours? Because they're cooking with vitamin L. L is for love. When we make our own food, we are giving ourselves the incredible gift of nourishment and nurturing and love. And it's the purest thing that we could be doing for ourselves. Get it? So simple, right? But it makes such a difference. And the last thing is to keep it simple. Right? Stay away from complicated recipes. We're trying to talk about energy boosting here. Think about, all you need to do to put a nice healthy meal together is a clean protein, a complex carbohydrate. So what do I mean by that? Like quinoa, brown rice, sweet potatoes, things like that. And good fat. We need fat, guys. Really important. Important for our brain health. So if you're struggling with brain fog right now since your breast cancer, we need this good fat, things like avocados, salmon, olive oil, walnuts, almonds. These are all great and good fats. Okay. People ask me all the time, Karen, do I have to be vegan or vegetarian? I know I should, but I don't really want to. Well, here's the thing. If you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it. No. So take the pressure off yourself and say, okay, I'm going to eat my animal proteins. I'm going to eat my steak, or I'm going to eat my chicken or my fish or my eggs or whatever it is. Make sure that the quality of those ingredients is as high as it can be, right? We want clean animal proteins. So important here, because those hormones, antibiotics, pesticides, everything that's involved in conventional raised animal proteins, those are going to make you sick. Those are going to make you sick. They're going to make you tired. They're going to increase your risk of getting sick again. They're going to increase inflammation throughout your entire body, when we're actually trying to do the opposite and decrease that inflammation. So trust me, I've played with this, and I've played with how I felt with conventional, and I've played with how I felt with organic. And let's say grass-raised, grass-fed, pasture-raised beef is what we're looking for. We're looking for organic poultry. We're looking for wild-caught fish. So these are just some, things. And then also think about, when you look at your plate, we want it to be plant heavy, right? We want it to be loaded with vegetables and good things that we're going to get lots of vitamins and minerals from. Again, helping boost our energy, helping boost our mood, helping reduce inflammation and those aches and pains in our body. And what you may not realize is those greens, things like spinach and kale, have more calcium in them than any dairy product. That is so relevant for most of us who are dealing with menopausal symptoms, which can then lead to osteoporosis and things like that. So we want that calcium, but let's get it through our veggies. Yes. So again, just making that choice. Hey, I'm going to have those greens is an act of self-care, an act of love, lots of vitamin L. And guess what you're going to see happen to your energy? It's going to go through the roof. So if the kids or the spouse or your partner won't eat those greens, guess what? You just put them on your plate. That's okay. That's okay. Because you now know that in order for you to prioritize yourself, your health, you have to advocate for you. That means doing what you need to do for you. And so if that's just adding those greens onto your plate, why not? Why not? Yeah. Don't forget to join me for the masterclass, Reclaim Your Energy After Breast Cancer, where I'm going to be sharing some more super interesting tips. I'm going to be talking about the number one thing that's zapping your energy right now, and then 3 things that you can stop doing. Let's take some stuff off that overloaded plate so that you can reclaim your energy and your life, because I know that when you're sucked dry, it takes the joy out of everything. It takes the joy out of everything. And you know what? You fought hard to be here. And I truly believe that you get to choose to be happy. And you get to choose to have energy. And you get to choose to enjoy your best life yet. But you got to come along with me and choose to make these decisions. And if you don't know what choices to make yet, just hang out with me for longer. I'll share everything I know with you. I don't hold back here. So don't forget, sign up for the masterclass. The link will be wherever you're watching this video. If you've missed it and you're watching the replay, just check out KarenDelMaestro.com and it'll show you all the upcoming masterclasses, and you can hop on the next one. Hopefully it's going to be a popular one, and we'll bring it back. So that's it for now, guys. Again, I'm your host, Karen Del Maestro. You can find me over at KarenDelMaestro.com. That's Karen with an I, or in the Healthy Living After Breast Cancer Facebook community. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back again tomorrow with your next, I can't believe we're getting to the end, energy boosting tip. Okay, bye for now. Have an amazing, amazing day. And don't forget, let's make some dinner from scratch today and think about showing yourself some love, right? So that you can boost your energy and get your life back. Okay. Bye for now.